Hello everyone, welcome back to another reaction video. Thank you all to the new subscribers. Thank you all for showing your support by liking the videos, commenting, and sharing the videos as well. If you are new to the channel and you are enjoying the content, please make sure you are hitting the subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, please make sure you are still subscribed. So you guys, we have a few things to cover in this particular reaction video, so let's go ahead and jump right in.
I have a lot to say, but I'm not gonna say it on this live. I will say a couple things, but the bulk of what I want to say, I will say it on another live. Yes, you have to be selfish to get to where you want to be. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. I've been nice. I played the nice guy a lot of times, and it only got me fucked up. So no, boundaries are very high, sky high, and selfishness on 10, 100%. Yes, because I'm too old for the games. I played, fuck everybody else playing with me. I played with myself for too long, and now I'm realizing it takes a lot to access me. Okay, to access my bubble, it's a lot, you know. I mean, you know, access denied. You understand?
So the fact that Olivia said that where she's at, it's pretty much selfishness on 10. That is the place she's operating from. And so my question to her is, if selfishness is on 10, where do you draw the line? Because if you're exuding selfishness, that means everything in your surrounding is going to suffer as a result of you being selfish. Like, you cannot be selfish being a mother, especially with young children. They're depending on you. And the fact that you are now in Florida, away from your 3 older children, it speaks volumes, because you're saying this after the fact. It would probably hit just a little different if you said what you just said and you were still in Texas, but the fact that you literally moved back to Florida with your 2 younger children, and now you want to say that, you know, your selfishness is on 10? Like, do you not see how bad, even worse, that really makes you look? That makes you look real bad, Olivia, for you to say that out of your mouth. And you can't even argue the fact that you're solely speaking from a standpoint of when it comes to relationships, because I do think you meant that too. That was part of the reason why you said what you said right here. But if you're saying your selfishness is on 10, that means everything that you are dealing with, everything that is a part of your life, your world, what is surrounding you, even when it comes to your children, like, everything around you is put on the back burner, because you're basically saying, I'm putting myself first. Even putting yourself above and beyond your own children. That's crazy to me, especially, like I said, when you got young children. All 5 of your children are still minors. They can't take care of themselves. They are dependent on supposedly both of their parents. But they can't even depend on you, Olivia, because you walked away. I think it's so crazy that you just said this. Your selfishness is on 10. I mean, the way you've been moving, it already said it, but the fact that you literally said it out of your mouth, that's pretty wild.
So anyway, as I am going through a big change in my life, I notice like everything around me is going through a change as well, including my channel, including like all my social medias. I was very problematic for a very long time, arguing with the internet, going back and forth with people, defending myself, blah, 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 blah. None of those things I will ever do again. And I understand that it seems as though the audience that I've created or I've gained, right, is also not everybody. I'm not going to say everybody, but a big portion of them want the drama, want the bullshit, want the arguments and want the toxicity. You know what I mean? And in a lot of cases that sells, that gets you views, blah blah blah. But I'm just not there anymore.
So, I definitely paid attention to, the choice of words that she said right here, because this is definitely what I've been saying, especially recently about her being very much problematic. And I noticed that she's also using the terminology, problematic. But she definitely has been very much problematic, and I'm glad she's admitting to that. But I also want to make it a point to say that I also recently told y'all that, on her Instagram, she was referring to herself as the crash out cutie. And I recently said that, that's pretty crazy that she's pretty much, gloating over the fact that she held herself to that position, because it definitely is not a flex. It's not cute at all to call yourself a crash out cutie. It's weird to call yourself a crash out. And I noticed recently, I think I checked it yesterday, I noticed she removed that description off of her Instagram. So, I know she's listening, and I'm glad she's listening, like I always say. But, she's basically, saying that she recognizes that, a lot of the new subscribers that she has gotten along the way is because of the toxicity that she was, doing on her channel. And again, we spoke about this as well. And so I guess she is now, realizing as well that her views are going to start shifting a little bit. Because if she's not on here showing her crashing out, being toxic, dragging people, just being very much problematic, she knows that her views are going to change up.
So, with that being said, I understand that my channel and all my social medias actually will take a hit. And a lot of the people that used to watch my channel and used to watch my content will not watch because they want to see negative. They want to see toxic. They want that type of entertainment. And since I'm not providing that anymore, my views will take a hit. My channel will take a hit. My TikTok will take a hit. My Instagram will take a hit. But there's an upside to that. More people will see my channel. More people will see all of my social medias, because there are so many people in the world, you guys. So many people. Yes, I have 100,000 subscribers. That means at some point 100,000 people have come in contact with my channel, decided to subscribe, whether they still watch or not, I don't know. But I'm just saying, 100,000 people out there know of my channel, and that's a huge accomplishment. But compared to 100,000, there are so many more people on this earth, okay? And social media is not statewide, citywide, even countrywide. It is worldwide. I'm looking forward to the growth of myself, growing into the woman that I've always aspired to be. And also, like, my social media is changing. Like I said, yes, the toxic shit, the drama, the struggle life, whatever you guys want to say, the bubble that I've been stuck in for so long, it does get you views. You know what I mean? The drama and the weird shit gets you views. No doubt. No doubt. But the longevity of a fan base, or not even a fan base, just support. You know what I mean? A lot of the toxic or the drama support groups, they're sometimesy. They come in, they go out. And a lot of the times, you have to understand, if you're giving the internet, whatever you're feeding to the internet, whether it be drama, toxicity, whatever, those are the type of people that you're attracting back onto your platforms. So those type of people, they support sometimes, but most of the time, they end up turning against you. And It's just what it is. Like, if you don't give them exactly what they want, which is the drama or whatever they're feeding from your channel, they turn against you. You know, they're not really loyal supporters.
I mean, I do agree with what she's saying right here. I just think it's kind of weird that she's saying what she's saying for the simple fact she fed into this for a very long time. She knew she was gaining subscribers based off of the way she was acting on her channel. She knew that was how she was gaining traction on YouTube, which was by being toxic, by, just dragging people for no reason, you know, talking about her ex-husband, talking about his wife, like she knew that was what people wanted. So it's like, it's hard to, again, take her seriously right here because you knew what you was doing. Like, you literally knew what you was doing. And I'm wondering if partly why she's saying what she's saying right here is because some of the people that she thought was for the drama and she thought were actually loyal ended up turning their backs on her or walking away from her, because y'all know she's pretty much been on this thing where she's really been having a lot to say about people that she thought were supporters of hers. How people switched up, people who used to be subscribers, they became the ops. So it almost seems like she thought she had a specific support group, and seeing that people changed up the way they did, it's like now she wants to kind of speak on this as if she wasn't aware that a lot of people were flocking to her channel because this was what she was feeding into. Like, she knew what she was doing, basically, is what I'm saying.
So, like I said, I'm not saying all of my supporters are like that. No, I have some A1 day ones that are still rocking with me from the day I started this ish, and they're still here supporting. And a lot of people that used to watch for the drama don't want to see me get better. They don't want to see a change. They don't want to see me work out. They don't want to see me elevate, because they're not into that. They want to see toxic drama. You know what I mean? And that's fine. Everybody can watch what they want to watch. Like I've said before, if that's what you're into, I respectfully respect your decision to leave, because with one person leaving and not watching my channel anymore, 5 new people will come and enjoy what I'm putting out, and it's positive, and it's it's all about self-healing, self-developing. Like, who doesn't want that? Yes, the drama sells in the short run, but the positivity, and you know what I mean? And that is the company that I want to keep. Even on social media, I want positive, working class, just a better demographic of people.
I did think it was very interesting that Olivia said that she wanted to gain a different audience, a different demographic of people, such as those from the working class. I thought that was very interesting and very intentional that she said that. But it's like, and I feel like I keep finding myself say this, and I'm definitely not trying to be shady, but it's like, if you are desiring to attract this type of demographic of people, but yet you're not in the working class, it's kind of like, how do you expect to draw that type of crowd? I just thought that was very weird. Just like how she desires to have a certain type of man, a man that is wealthy, a man that, is intelligent, a man that's godly, all of the different things that she has expressed that she would like to see in a man. And as I've stated before, it's nothing wrong with desiring those type of qualities from a man, but it's like, how do you expect to attract that if you yourself is not distributing those same qualities? So it's like, again, if you are trying to attract a certain demographic of people to your channel, don't you think you yourself should resemble those same qualities that you're looking for? I don't know. I just thought that was interesting that she said that.
Like, that's just what I'm looking for. So anyway, like I said, I want to surround myself with better people in real life. And social media, everything. I know like everyone, you know, people find my channel. I cannot control that. You know, people watch my channel. I cannot control who watches my stuff. But I've just noticed since I've been on this like better self-betterment kick, a lot of my supporters are not coming through to see this. And that's, like I said, that's okay.
I mean, in all actuality, I do believe it definitely is getting to Olivia because, I said a few times over here that a lot of the subscribers that Olivia has, they're not supporters. They're not really true supporters of Olivia. There's a few that really that really do rock with her. But when you look at all the subscribers she has, they're not there to support her. The majority of her subscribers is there for the clown show. And this is what I've been saying this whole time. And I think she's really getting a reality check. And I think it's really starting to get to her. Even though she's saying that it's okay, it doesn't bother her, I really do believe it bothers her. And I think it definitely makes her feel a certain way. And I can't sit here and say that, it wouldn't make anybody feel a certain way. But it's like she's trying to put on a face and make it seem like it doesn't bother her. And I really think it does.
I had somebody email me some stuff one day. It was like last week when I was working out on the treadmill. I didn't say anything about it, and I'm still not going to say anything about it because I'm not going to feed into the negativity. If you have a bad version of me in your head, you don't like me, whatever the case may be, that's okay. People can believe whatever they want. They can think whatever they want. They can gossip about whatever they want. I don't care. The days of Olivia. I can't control what other people do. I can only control what I do. Okay? That's it. That's it and that's all. So, the days of Olivia going back and forth or any of that nonsense that I used to do, that nonsense that would give me a damn headache to this day, it would still gives me a headache just thinking about it. It's not going to happen. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. It's not going to happen. So the person that emailed me, they sent me back to back to back to back emails. And it's like, you guys, I don't care who's talking about me. I don't care who's making up lies, saying that they know my business, saying, honestly, quite frankly, you guys, I don't even care if you guys know my business. You guys don't, but I don't even care if you do. It does not matter. This whole game of back and forth, and I know Olivia's business, and I can tell Olivia's business. It's, first of all, it's so not okay on anybody's, it's like not okay. Like constantly doing things to a person and you know it's negative and you know it could hurt them. I will never understand that way of thinking.
Wait a minute. What? Olivia, did you just hear what you said? You said it is not okay to knowingly do something that you know is going to hurt the other person. You said that is not okay to do that. And you said it's not okay to keep doing that to a person knowing that it's going to hurt them. Do you hear yourself? How many times have you yourself done this very thing to other people? See, I'm really not trying to nitpick this girl, but it's like, this is how I know you're really not doing the self-reflecting that she really needs to be doing. You need to be doing some self-reflecting. Because if you truly were doing the inner work, you would know better to say what you're saying right here. Or if you felt the need to express this point, you should have said, you know what? I myself have been guilty of doing this. You're not owning up to the stuff that you are doing yourself or have done yourself, Olivia. And that's why a lot of the things that you keep coming on here saying is just going through one ear and out the other. Nobody is listening. Nobody is taking you seriously, girl, because you're not showing up the way you need to be. You keep talking at people as if you are not guilty of any of this, as if you have never in life acted in this manner. It's like crazy that you literally just said this right here. And to go further into saying that you can't understand for the life of you how people can do that, it's like, girl, what? These are the same sentiments we have had towards you. We can't understand for the life of us how you have been able to do the things you have done to other women on this platform. Not just to women, but people in, girl, I mean, it's been men, women, and children. You have done this too. And we can't understand for the life of us how you were able to do those things. But again, it's like you're wanting people to feel sorry for you. You want people to, just pull back and really understand where you are. But you couldn't do that for other people on this platform. You could not sympathize with other people. Instead, you further dug your heels into, like, just attacking women, making fun of them, harassing, bullying. Like, Olivia, oh, girl. You really need to get along with yourself. Get alone with yourself. Stop talking to the internet, Olivia. Like, seriously, just stop talking to the internet. Get some common ground within yourself. Get an understanding of where you are, where you've been, and where you're trying to go. Because I feel at this point, you're just talking. You're just cutting the camera on. You may have something that you may just want to say, but it's like you just keep going. You don't have a cutoff. So the longer you talk, the more you just keep putting your foot in your mouth, girl. Like, if you're going to really have these type of conversations, be transparent. Because a lot of the stuff that you are coming at other people for doing towards you, you did it to other people, Olivia. Many times over. Many times over. So it's like, come on. If you really want people to take you seriously, you need to show up in your mess. Address your mess. Stop glossing over the stuff that you've done. Stop picking and choosing what you want to admit to. And stop acting as if you haven't done mess on here. Like you're not being real at all. And that's what's aggravating the people.
Like, never. Especially a person like me, especially a person that you cannot knock down. It's quite frankly impossible. You know what I mean? It's like trying to knock down this building right here made of cement and bricks and everything, wood and everything that's made of. You can't go next to this building and knock it down. And I would just think, it has been so many years that I've been on this platform, and I've been through so much, and what should have killed me didn't kill me. So at this point, I don't know what your guys' whole getup of like what it does for you to attack me constantly. But like I said in the beginning, do whatever makes you feel better at the end of the night, or whatever gets you coins, or whatever floats your boat. Do it. I don't care. But if you are hearing my voice right now, I will just block you out of my email. Don't you ever send me anything negative about myself, about my children. Nothing. If I needed to know something about my children, I would know it. Okay? I'll know it. And anything about me and somebody talking about my business, I don't care. There's social media and there's real life. And that's just that on that. Okay? I don't care what people are saying on social media. I don't care about what they think they know. I don't care about the gossip. I don't care. What is going to push me further is positivity, is love, is encouragement, is other like-minded women, other women who are doing better than me, looking out for me, saying, Liv, don't worry about that, let's go, keep going, you got this. I'm only interested in that type of communication. If you guys are not giving me that communication, keep it. Go somewhere else and give the negativity to somebody else, and you're getting blocked. Thank you. And give it to somebody else, because like I said, there's so many people on this platform who love negativity.
I get the fact that you are picking and choosing who you want to receive information from, but at the same time, I feel that you don't receive information well. I feel if you feel it's attacking you, you're going to immediately disregard it, even if it's coming from a good place. There's a lot of people who may not outright like you, but I feel that they have told you some truth that I don't think you really just wanted to receive. It's very hard for me to 100%, believe what you're saying right here, because I do feel that when people are saying certain things to you that you either don't want to hear or you're just not ready to receive it, you're going to just not receive it. So I don't fully, I mean, it sounds good to say that you only want to receive communication from people who are positive, who are encouraging you, people who are better than you or are doing better than you, I should say. It sounds good to say that, but I honestly don't feel you know how to decipher between people who are really just trying to give you sound advice, regardless if they are a supporter of yours or not. I feel that you use the word hater very loosely. There is no defined meaning behind you using the word hater. It seems like anybody that disagrees with you or who is saying something to you that you just don't want to hear or you don't want to admit to, you immediately put them in a category of being a hater. So it's really hard to believe that you are open to receive communication from people who are genuinely trying to lead you in the right way.
Love it. Feed off of it. It burns their fire. You know what I mean? But over here, no mas. Okay. All of my new supporters, because our believe it or not, even though people are not watching so much, or they are when they want to, or whatever, they're picking and choosing, my channel is still growing tremendously. So I appreciate everybody, and I want to be uplifting to y'all. At the same time, enough of what you guys are supposed to give me. I want to give you guys encouragement, because I gave you guys so much I gave you guys so much negativity, maybe not even knowing, maybe not even being like so conscious of the fact that what I was doing. I've spewed so much negativity. I don't want to give you guys that. You know what I mean? I don't. Because I know that what fuels me, fuels you, women who are actually doing it. That's what inspires me. You know what I mean? So the women who are here, I want to give that positivity, light, and encouragement back to you guys. You guys can do it. Keep your head up. It's about consistency. It's all of those things. All of those things. I'm watching these women. I told you guys, I keep saying this to you, but it's like, it's true. I watch these women every day, and they're so inspiring. They're so inspiring. And social media to them is not a messy game. It's not a messy high school game to them. It's just what they do on social media. They clock out and they go about their fucking day. They don't sit here, make fun of the next woman, ha ha, gossip, kiki. That shit is disgusting. Like I said, it's high school games. I thought we were all, we got older, we elevated, but some people didn't, and that's cool. Do you? But me, I'm on to bigger and better things. Period, point blank.
Look, I'm all about growth. I do believe people can change and become better. I was a mess. Like there was a lot that I did in my younger years. I didn't always make the right decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can definitely reflect over my life and I can see the growth. I can see how much I have truly evolved. The old me is over and done away with. You know what I'm saying? And I am and have been embracing the woman that I am today. So I am a true believer that people can change if they truly want to change. But I say all of that to say that although I do believe people can change, I do believe people have to be honest in where they are in the process. And I feel that Olivia once again just keeps dropping the ball because it's like, how are you communicating this right here? And yet, girl, you was guilty of this. Not only was you using your platform to drag other women and bully them and make fun of their downfalls, you was gossiping, kikiing behind the scenes with other people about these same women. You were in other people's chats laughing and kikiing about the downfalls of other women. So it's like, girl, once again, you're basically showing how hypocritical you are. It's cool when you do it, but when the tables turn and now you're in the hot seat, you can't take it. Now you want to, just come up with all these, things to say that people are wrong and you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't treat people like this. And it's like, girl, where was all of this understanding when you was doing the exact same thing towards other women? Where was all this knowledge that you got today? Where was it? You were very much participating in the foolery. You were instigating it. You were conjuring up lies to keep it going. Like, you very much knew what you were doing and nobody was forcing you to do it. But now all of a sudden that you're going through what you're going through, it's like, oh my gosh, how dare you? Who raised you? How I can't, understand for the life of me how a person can do this. And it's like, Olivia, are you for real? So it's like, again, I am a true believer people can change. It happens every day. But you really need to own up and face who you are, Olivia. Because everybody that is saying the things they're saying about you and the things they're calling out about you, they're not all lying. They're not lying. And you need to stop trying to make it seem like people are just lying about you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're not going to address, there's just no point. I did a lot of that. I did a lot of addressing the nonsense. And it's like, girl, for what? Somebody says, okay, Olivia, you're really poor and broke and you're living on the streets. Well, obviously it's not true. That's just an example. Obviously it's not true, right? They're saying that, whatever, for whatever reason. But me coming on here and saying, guys, I'm not poor and broke and living on the streets. What's like, are you good? Like, what are you doing that? What are you doing that for? I don't know. I think about a lot of the things I've done and I'm just like, not saying that it wasn't for nothing. I really truly believe that everything you go through in life leads you to where you're supposed to be, you know?
Yeah, it's supposed to lead you on the right path. Every mistake, every wrong decision, once you come to an understanding that, look, I'm doing things wrong. I can't keep doing this. This is not the right way. Let me do right. Let me turn things around. Let me make a change. That's the opportunity for you to get on the right path. But if you keep rejecting it and you keep rejecting your own truth and you keep rejecting accountability, guess what? You're going to further go down a wrong path, Olivia.
Whatever you pay attention to, that's what you pay attention to. And I don't pay attention to the negativity. I just decided not to. Not like I was trying to before, but it is what it is. You know? It is what it is. But yeah, I just wish everybody the best. It was raining today, but my baby had water day today at his daycare. He had water day, or his school. That's what we call it, his school. He had water day, so he went to school in his bathing suit. He's so cute. Oh my god, my son is so damn cute. And so Kailani is getting so big, you guys. She's getting so big, and everyone is just doing really, really well, and I'm happy and I'm thriving, and I'm just sticking to what I have to stick to. Like I told you guys, stick to your path. You know, whatever you want to get, whatever you want to accomplish in this life, you can.
Yeah, I'm really not trying to as some people may say, reach. I'm not trying to reach here, but it definitely seemed like when she was speaking about Kalani, something just felt kind of off to me. It felt kind of detached. What she was saying, her saying it about Kalani versus what she was saying about her, something was detached from that. I can't really put in words what I'm trying to express. It was something that I picked up on. If you watch her body language when she's making mention of Kalani, it just seemed like something was a little disjointed. And I don't know. I can't explain it. It's just something I felt.
I'm trying to become more disciplined on my eating, more disciplined on my sleeping, more disciplined on where I give my time to, because I don't know about you guys, but we all have the same 24 hours in a day, and I want to be super smart and strategic on how I spend my time. Every single thing has to make sense, and every single thing has to benefit me in the long run and what I'm trying to accomplish. So, like I said, when I say I'm not paying attention to the bullshit and the drama and the da-da-da-da, I don't have time for that. I have to stay on my path, and I have to stay clear of the BS and the nonsense and the distractions, and because everybody in the world wants to distract you, believe it or not. Not everyone in the world, but you know what I mean. The people who come to distract want to distract. So you guys have to stay very disciplined on what you're trying to do.
Yeah, so that was pretty much all for this live. I just wanted to cover the main points that I heard in this video that I wanted to speak on. I feel Olivia is and has been her own distraction, so hopefully she can take her own advice. But with that being said, I'm going to see y'all in the next video. It's One Love, and I'm out.